Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. And in this video, we're going to compare two smartphones that I've been using for a while now, and which I quite like. We're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison between the Xiaomi 14T Pro from 2024 and the Xiaomi 15T Pro from 2025. Both are what are referred to sometimes as sub-flagship smartphones. So they're the best of the year's flagships with a few little compromises. And both offer great value in terms of the overall performance specifications and setup. One thing to call out is that the big platform difference between these devices and the flagships that come out earlier in the year is both these T-series devices, both the flagship T-series devices, come with MediaTek chipsets. So the Xiaomi 14T Pro from 2024 comes with a MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus chipset, which is produced using a 4nm process, and the Xiaomi 15T Pro comes with a Dimensity 9400 Plus, also from MediaTek, which is built using a 3nm process. Both are octa-core chipsets, but that's the key difference between these devices and the standard flagships that come from Xiaomi earlier in the year. Okay then, let's start with the body of the two devices. The Xiaomi 14T Pro and the Xiaomi 15T Pro obviously share some DNA, they share some industrial design. The Xiaomi 15T Pro, in my view, has been slightly refined. So the two phones are quite manageable. Obviously the key feature of both these devices is the display. And what made me very happy about these devices is that they have flat displays. None of your curvy displays that are sometimes annoying to use or frustrating to use because you accidentally touch them when you're in your pocket. These are different displays though, in the sense that they're both OLED displays, but with the Xiaomi 15T Pro they have improved on the industrial design a bit and can offer you a bigger display at 6.83 inches. That means that you have a slightly bigger screen. In terms of resolution, you also get a higher resolution across the board. So in width, the Xiaomi 15T Pro is 1280 pixels, whereas in height it's, whoops, apologies, Ginger Cat just interrupted. Hello, Ginger Cat. Oh, you want to play with a phone? Yes, you do. Hello, say hi to everyone. There you go. Ginger Ear says hi. All right, thanks, Ronan. I will probably leave that in because Ronan is adorable. As I was saying, the Xiaomi 15T Pro has a higher resolution display. It is, as I said, 1280 by 2772 pixels. Whereas the Xiaomi 14T Pro is still a great display, and as a user you wouldn't notice the difference, but it is only 1220 pixels wide and 2712 pixels wide. So there is a few pixel difference. To you and me, that usually means just a little bit of extra space when scrolling. It's the equivalent of that status bar at the top of the screen. The Xiaomi 15T Pro has a higher resolution, bigger display, without having a much bigger smartphone itself. So bear that in mind if you're considering going between the two or getting one over the other. Now, both devices started off with what Xiaomi calls HyperOS. HyperOS is Xiaomi's Android distribution. It essentially represents Xiaomi's vision of Android. It is their stack of applications, their ecosystem, and as of filming this video in December 2025, both of them are pretty much up to date on the latest version of HyperOS. There's a slightly newer version available for the Xiaomi 15T Pro at the moment, but they're both on HyperOS 3, which is the evolution or the continuation of MIUI, Xiaomi's Android distribution. So in terms of overall operating system, they're pretty identical. At this point, I expect the Xiaomi 14T Pro to get a few less updates as time goes by, but the Xiaomi 15T Pro is, as you can see, has a further update, much faster than the 303 we have here. I'm on 305, and there is an update which is 618 megabytes, which will just update me just slightly more. So yeah, HyperOS operating system from Xiaomi that works, and we've done quite a few tutorial videos on how to customize that, how to change settings such as switch 5G off or on, switch data roaming off or on, switch between button navigation, which I have here on the 14T Pro, as opposed to gesture navigation, which I have here on the 15T Pro. So both devices do well there. Now, we've talked about the display, we've talked about the body. It is a metal frame. They both have plastic backs. That's not a bad thing. They are really nice and easy to handle because they're slightly lighter than other phones in the same category. I really quite enjoy using them, and partly because of the cameras. Now let's talk about cameras here. Both devices have an impressive array of cameras, and if you look at them, they have that Leica logo. Leica is the German camera company, which is famous amongst hipsters. It's quite a status symbol thing. And in the case of these two smartphones, they both have Leica co-branding. That means that Leica have had some input on how the color tuning and optics work on these two smartphones. If you're an old hack like me, you probably remember that back in the day, Xiaomi wasn't the first company to partner with Leica. It was actually Huawei with the Huawei P9. That's a long time ago nowadays. Anyway, talking about cameras, Leica, Xiaomi have worked together and they deliver amazing value in my view here. So both cameras, the main sensors are 50 megapixel ones. Both main sensors are f/1.6 aperture cameras. That means that you get nice, soft, blurry backgrounds if you're focusing well. Obviously, they have autofocus of the phase detection type. They both have optical image stabilization, and they're relatively large sensors for a smartphone. So the main camera on these devices is outstanding. Not only that, both of these cameras also have 50 megapixel ultra wide cameras. Both of these cameras have 12 megapixel ultra wide cameras. These are really good in my view. I've used these to take panoramic shots in quite a few places, and I'm very happy with them both. So 12 megapixel for ultra wide. Whereas the telephoto sensor, so the one that gives you zoom effectively, is a 50 megapixel sensor as well, which is in both cases the equivalent of 2.6 optical zoom for the Xiaomi 14T Pro, so pretty normal one. Whereas with the Xiaomi 15T Pro, they went with a periscope one, which means that the light is refracted within the sensor, within the module, camera module, to go sideways. It's not a direct to sensor light. It gets refracted. It is essentially a periscope, which gives you the equivalent of 5 times optical zoom. This is a really big upgrade between the two. Both are great cameras, but if you want better zoom, if you want 5 times optical zoom with a really good sensor, really good low light performance, I would definitely say the 15T Pro is a big upgrade. So, in terms of storage, obviously different times, a year is a long time. I had different plans on how I was going to use these two devices. I did get the Xiaomi 14T Pro in 2024 with the intention of doing a lot of video recording with this for content on this YouTube channel, and that's what I did. I did use this quite a lot for recording video, and I needed more storage. So in this case, I did get the 1 terabyte version. So 1 terabyte came with 12 gigabytes of RAM. You can double check that. So here we go, settings, about phone. Storage extension, this was the device name. Okay, interesting. Detailed info and specs. Here we go, I had 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is extendable with Xiaomi's Ultra memory or whatever they call it. It's essentially the equivalent of Linux swap memory. This has an OS version of 3.03. Internal storage, it doesn't actually say anything what the memory was. Also 12 gigabytes of RAM, and internal storage was 1 terabyte. So that's the version on here. Whereas I went with a bit more of a conservative one. I just mainly use it for stills on this camera. So let's see detail info and specs. So this is 12 gigabytes. Interestingly, only 4 gigabytes of additional RAM memory or swap memory. This is probably because the operating system has become more efficient over the last year and it's not really needed. Whereas in terms of internal storage, this one came with 256 gigabytes of internal storage. So in my change in needs, I did change the device I purchased. I think I also got a much better deal on the 15T Pro. But yes, both of them come with ample storage options and plenty of RAM. 12 gigabytes of RAM, even when you're playing Call of Duty Mobile, even when you're playing PUBG, is more than enough. So, obviously we've talked about the size and the fact that both of these devices have OLED displays. I'm very, very happy with them, even in direct sunlight. One thing to call out is the selfie camera. So both of them are 32 megapixel sensors. They're cutout notches, or they're cutouts on the screen. So you see these two little cutouts at the top. Now, they're both 32 megapixels, but don't be fooled, they're not the same camera. So the Xiaomi 15T Pro has really bumped the actual sensor and the aperture of the camera. It is a much better selfie camera. Both of them can record 4K video, so if you're thinking of getting one of these devices for vlogging, they're great. But just be aware of the fact that the Xiaomi 15T Pro is definitely a step up. In terms of sort of radios and performance as smartphones, both have done very well for me for the time I've been using them. I've had no issues connecting to mobile networks, Wi-Fi, or whatever else, and I've been happy with very happy with both phones. Sadly, I am going to have to say goodbye to the 14T Pro. I have a friend who needs a newer smartphone than what they're using at the moment, so I'll be giving them this one, and I'll carry on using the Xiaomi 15T Pro. In terms of battery life, a very important thing to factor in mind, both of these do very well in terms of battery life. It's a combination of, obviously, Xiaomi's software, the HyperOS that runs the show, the fact that they have decent sized batteries, and that MediaTek chipset that runs both devices. So in terms of efficiency, I've managed to comfortably, even in long days of travel, get from full to around about 30% because of how efficient this smartphone is. Both the 14T Pro and the 15T Pro have performed very, very well. Now, one thing to bear in mind, the Xiaomi 14T Pro has a 5000 mAh battery. It does fast charge faster than the 15T Pro, so it fast charges at 120 watts, but you have to have a compatible charger. It also charges wirelessly at 50 watts, whereas the Xiaomi 15T Pro has a bigger battery, 10% bigger. It's 5,500 milliamp hours. It charges through fast charging much slower, or relatively slower. It's only 90 watt charging. And it has the same 50 watt wireless charging. So if you have a 50 watt wireless charger at your desk, in your car, wherever you have wireless charging, the 15T Pro will charge wirelessly as fast as the 14T Pro. So in terms of battery life, I will say that the 15T Pro does work better. Efficiencies of bigger battery, better chipsets, improved software really do make a difference. So that's pretty much the end of the side-by-side comparison between the Xiaomi 14T Pro and the Xiaomi 15T Pro. What are your thoughts? Do you think one is better than the other? What is your experience with these two devices? Let us know in the comments section below. I think I'll wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far into this video of me rambling and my ginger cat taking part in the recording. If you have any questions, if you'd like to rant at me, comment section is below. We'll do our best to get back to you. And as usual, thanks for making it this far into this video. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, and anything else we think makes the travel experience better. But for now, thanks for watching, and goodbye from me.